Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, the final race here at the DirtFan.com and the World of Thunder Racing League. It is now time to put the wings on top. We go 410 winged sprint car racing here live from the Limaland Motorsports Park. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Jesse Pate. Jesse, it is 410 winged sprint car action here live from the Lernerville. And there's a lot up for stakes, a lot up for grabs here tonight.
Absolutely. We've had a long night of good racing, a lot of images that piqued our interest, and a lot of good competition. So looking to see more of that tonight.
Qualifying in the program, top 20 on the left-hand side of your screen. Down the bottom left is the driver that we're currently watching. And these drivers only have, I think it's one or two laps surrounding qualifying?
I believe it's one lap around in qualifying, but I think we might need to get some clarification on that. One moment.
All right, Alex Smolders driving the 211 machine, the DRC chassis, wicked cushion 211. Quick time tonight goes to Mason Hannigan, 11.553. Alex Smolders, if we get a time for him coming through. No, we don't. The showstopper. And then MG Contracting, SRT. He is the Halo Man, Brady Baldwin in car number 7. Looking for a time here for Brady Baldwin in car number 7. We've got Joel Berkeley on track as well, 11.7786, quick. But the Slick Sim Sports, JDR Graphics, Down Under Graphics, car number 9. Joel Berkeley not going to get a lap time in. And that will conclude the qualifying stages of tonight's race. We go heat racing action here in just a few moments' time. We'll have 5 heat races on the board.
Yeah, looking at all the information, it looks like a lot of drivers didn't get laps in, so I'd assume that it's one lap qualifying.
All right, let's go trackside. Take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid as we get set for the first of 5 heat races. Starting on pole in car number 1, going quick time tonight, Mason Hannigan to the outside of the front row, driving car number 7, Brady Baldwin. Second row inside, position number 3, driving car number 7C, that'll be Josh Close on his outside in car number 97, Jarrett Bolyard. Lining up at a position number 5 in car number 115, that'll be Eric Tuppen to his outside. In car number 49 for Slick Sim Sports, David Harleman. And your fourth and final row inside, position number 7. In car number 90, driving for Black Diamond Motorsports and Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators. It's the 19 designs of the number 90 machine, Trevor Royer. Will start alongside Gavin Manning in car number 14 out of position number 8. Jesse, we've just had a look at your heat race starting lineup with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Anyone that you want to keep an eye on?
Well, the obvious choice is Heilemann. He's got a very developed account there, so he's got something that he's going to bring. But I've also got my eye on Josh Close. He is looks like he's on fresh wheels and doing well with a track position here. So he's put himself in a good position. Let's see if he can hold on to it. All
right, the Kiers Speed Shop. Car Deals OK, the www.cardealsok.com, the 7C of Josh Close starts inside that second row. But the pole sitter tonight in car number 1, the 1X machine, the Little Hurricane of Mason Hannigan, getting set to lead us off turn number 4, this time by and Brady Baldwin in that SRT MG Contracting car number 7 from Queensland, Australia. Keep an eye on him as we get set for heat race number 1. Here live from the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park, the DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. We are green as Hannigan got a good launch up for turn 4 as we go through 1 and 2 right now. Josh Close up on the inside of Brady Baldwin. Baldwin going to hold on to second spot, but Close running right through the middle of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Here comes Harleman. That Slick Sim Sports, Wicked Energy, Gum car number 49. Oh no! A bit of netcode there, and Brady Baldwin goes around. Trevor Royer involved, Jarrett Bolyard coming through. But Eric Tupper in the 115 slots into position 3, but not for long because Harleman back around the outside, back into position number 3.
Yeah, as we get screaming here for the first time on the World of Thunder Sprint Car Series, looks like our P1 driver here, Mason Hannigan, has gained himself a great gap. Josh Close and David Heilman fighting over P2.
Close running the top side of the racetrack. They switch lines a couple of laps to go. Close was down low. Now he's upstairs. Heileman's opted to run the bottom side through turn number 3 and 4. The Wicked Energy Gum, Slick Sim Sports, down under graphics, number 49 Machine. Up on the inside, up on the wheel, close into the wall. Heileman moves into second. Close back to third. 4 laps left to run here in the opening heat of the night.
Yeah, Close just getting caught up a little too high on entry there. Got himself into the wall and slowed himself up, but he's still in the running. He's up in third and 3 transfer spots, so he's going to be making the main in this current.
Watching your race leader rocket down into turn number 3 and 4. The popsicle sticks around. 2 laps left to run here in heat race number 1 of the DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. Presented by World of Thunder Racing League. Live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. 1 lap left to run. Hannigan now sits 2 turns away out of turn number 2 from putting that number 1 machine in the show and at least into a top 3 row starting position. Mason Hannigan wins. Second will go to David Heileman. Third at the line, coming out of nowhere. I think Jared Bolyard might have stolen that one. He did by .023 of a second. Close comes home 4th. Tupper, Royer, Manning and Baldwin. How about the fight for the final transfer spot, Jesse?
Oh, that one's got to hurt for Close. He ran so well all race, and then right there at the end, just get taken away from him. That's.
I guess you could say that was so close.
I guess you could.
Throwing the puns out there early on. Heat race number 2. Let's go trackside here at the Limaland Motorsports Park for heat race number 2.
All right, starting out our grid is Peyton Grease in the number 23 car and Billy Rowley in the 79. Ernie Williams Jr. in the 91 and Dustin Griffiths in the 82, row 2. Daniel Passmore in the 8 and Joel Berkeley in the 9 on row 3. And row 4 is Brett Strickler in the 18 and Alan Bier in the 37. That is Alan Bauer. Thank you.
All right, heat race number 2 here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. Thank you, Adam. Hello, Patricia. We're doing good. Hope everything is all well with everybody in the chat as drivers get in the 1 to green signal. Peyton Grease, Billy Rowley. This is going to be a lightning heat race. Billy Rowley, he's got a 410 World Championships Pro license, as does Joel Berkeley from the outside of that 3rd row. And that's Slick Sim Sports, down under graphics, JDR graphics, number 9 machine, but also keep an eye on the likes of Ernie Williams Jr. and also the catch fence, Dustin Griffiths, as they start in row number 2. Green flag is out. Grease right on the low side, catches the inside U-tire. Here comes Williams, 3 wide, Rowley on the outside. And then you go back to the catch fence. Dustin Griffiths right up on the fence around the outside. 3 wide around Williams in turn number 1 and 2. Grease back to the race lead. How good is this? Oh no, Griffiths upside down. There was contact with Ernie Williams Jr. as they went into turn 3. And now Berkeley puts the move on Williams as Williams nearly tags her back at Berkeley. Back up front, Billy Rowley rolling the top side like a boss right now. And here comes Grease back up on the inside. Oh, it's not Greasy down low. He hits the tire.
Yeah, we're going to see this all night with these drivers fighting over this top line. It's prime real estate in these cars, and any sort of touching and banging is going to end up in tears for.
We continue to watch heat race number 2 here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Grease on screen, 5 down, 5 to run. Your leader, Billy Rowley. Billy Rowley into the wall. Here comes Berkeley with a head of steam out of turn number 2. He checked up massive, and now Berkeley into the side of Rowley. Williams into the side of Berkeley. Oh boy, it's all happening here at Limaland. Brett Strickler, he's going to go on by into second. Daniel Passmore rolling through the bottom side in 3rd. In fact, Strickler back there in 4th. Billy Rowley got back to second, so Daniel Passmore with a bit of luck due to drivers sort of retiring. He is going to be able to make it into tonight's main event as long as he can hold off Brett Strickler for that final transfer spot. Although, Back up front, the number 92 machine, Peyton Grease, out of turn number 4. He will see the white flag one more time around the Limaland Motorsports Park. You can see Rowley starting to close the gap into turn number 3, but time has run out. Peyton Grease with the win. Billy Rowley second. Third is going to be Daniel Passmore. He just holds on ahead of Brett Strickler home in 4th. Joel Berkeley home in 5th. Alan Bauer 6th. Dustin Griffith 7th. And Ernie Williams Jr. to round out an 8-car field. What an entertaining. It had it all, Jesse.
Yes, Passmore demonstrating to us why it's important to drive to the finish. Picking up what others left out on the track and running what he's got. He picked up a transfer.
All right, heat race number 3. Here at the Limaland Motorsports Park, the dirtfan.com 410 winged Sprintcars series. Taylor Howell, driving car number 29, will have pole position. On the outside of the front row, he drives the orange and white number X, the number 92 machine. Mike Keegan will start position 2. Inside your second row, driving car number 269, James Grace to start position number 3. Lining up out of position number 4 in car number 5, Chris Fisher. Lining up out of position number 5, driving car number 26, I believe that'll be Tim Smith. And Skylar Brown, driving car number 10, will start position number 6. Your 7th and final starter in car number 17, that'll be Brett Rolls, to make up a 7-car field. Again, Jesse, only the top 3 will go through, and the top 2 will have the chance at potentially starting on the front row, depending on, again, a points situation. The inversion will be 6.
That's right, that's right. Seeing a lot of black license colors at the back of the grid. That must be from the single qualifying format. A lot of these guys pushing too hard, getting up in the wall in qualifying, and now they're starting at the back of the grid in there.
Yeah, those drivers that have that Pro 410 iRacing World Championship license, Skylar Brown and also Mike Keegan. We get set for Taylor Howell to launch into turn number 1 and 2. 3 wide already. You got 2 wide in front of them, nearly 4 wide down the back straightaway. Keegan up on the outside. Then you go back to Skylar Brown, that bright yellow profile number 10, Wicked Cushion. He just got a little bit of a hip and shoulder there from Smith up on the inside. So we'll see what Skylar Brown can do. Back up towards 3rd spot right now. Fisher and Grace side by side, but now the challenge is on for the race lead. Here comes Keegan up on the outside.
Yeah, Keegan taking it to Howell here, showing him where the speed is. Howell's comfortable on that low line, but he's going to have to adapt if he's going to get this transfer spot secured.
Well, it took Keegan a couple of laps to wind that number 92 machine up on the top side. He's done it, and look who was He's just thrown an anchor onto the back of the X, the 92 machine, the 5 of Chris Fisher. He is just sitting there running the exact same line as what Mike Keegan is. And then he's now moved himself into 2nd. Taylor Howell relegated back to 3rd. And Skylar Brown into position number 4. And, well, Taylor Howell into the wall on the back straightaway. This is certainly going to give an opportunity here in the final 4 laps for Skylar Brown. Can he do something with Taylor Howell?
I don't know. Let's find out. Big, thick pack in the back. The 2 front runners got a little gap running on them. So they're pretty comfortable. The fight right now is on for that 3rd transfer.
Yeah, Howell on the bottom side, the white number 29 machine, Skylar Brown, the yellow number 10, and then you go back to James Grace. So these 3 cars fighting it out for the final transfer spot. Slide job by Howell on Brown. Brown turned it underneath him. Here comes Grace, and now Brett Rolls as well, along with Smith, trying to make this a 5-car battle for the final transfer spot, but the white flag is out. Skylar Brown's got it at the moment as Mike Keegan rolls down the back straight away for the final time. Heat race number 3 is about to be complete. Checkered flag is out. Keegan will get the win ahead of Fisher. Skylar Brown home in 3rd. Those 3 drivers booking their ticket into tonight's A-Main. Grace, Smith, Rolls and Howell. Taylor Howell from hero to 0 in that heat race, Jesse.
Yes, fine performance. A little bit of beating and banging, but that's racing. Yeah.
Heat race number 4 here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Let's go trackside and take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Jeffrey Herrick in the 49 starting out the grid. Kevin Hanley in the 110 in the 2nd spot. Our second row looks like Travis Oldfield in the 38 car and Richie Preston in the 25. Russell Berry in the 084 car and Garrett Papiat in the 47 car and Wyatt Brown in the 2 car, rounding out the 7 spot.
All right, 7 cars, heat race number 4. Once again, 3 more drivers going to make tonight's A main event. Here live from the Limaland Motorsports Park right here on Ultimate Dirt TV across Facebook and YouTube. And well, we're over 7,700 followers. We are gaining traction towards what should be 8,000 here, probably in, or hopefully by the end of the week, as we thank you all very much for those likes, shares, and especially those people that have followed the page as well. Just being here in general is a massive support to us here at UDTV as we go green flag racing. Jeffrey Herrick in the number 49 machine. Hanley and Travis Oldfield. Hanley holds on to second spot. Oldfield now, he's got Preston up on his inside. Looks for the slide of no. Stays to the middle of the racetrack. 3 wide for the lead, but there was some contact with Herrick into the wall. And now Garrett Papiat in the black and yellow. Oh, contact into turn 3. And that will be Travis Oldfield in the 38 machine, but Preston and Hanley continue to duke it out for the number 1 spot.
Yeah, interesting development there as I believe it was Herrick stacked up the field as he drifted up the track out of turn 4 and took the high line for himself, the rest of the field trying to find some space on the track, and everybody got shuffled.
We continue to watch Richie Preston out in front from Kevin Hanley. There is very little separating those two as we complete lap number 4 of 10. Here in the NerdFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Car Series live from the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park as they race on the iRacing.com service presented by World of Thunder iRacing League. Garrett Papiat in the 47 machine. You see that bright yellow and black. Number 47. He is really starting to motor along 0.2 of a second quicker than the leaders on the last lap. Now, again, he's between half a tenth to over a tenth and a half, but faster than the leader. Hanley into the wall. Papiat really closing the gap on Kevin Hanley.
Yes, the fight for second spot here between Papiat and Hanley is really shaping up to be something to watch. It's drivers trying to find the line that they want to run for the feature, and also trying to assert themselves as a force to be reckoned with and somebody who's got some.
Papiat now gets into second spot as they come to the white flag. 1 lap left to run here in heat race number 4. Preston just now, he's got to put 2 more turns together and he will make it into the show. He will survive heat race number 4. A late charge from Garrett Papiat, not going to be enough. Richie Preston, your winner. Garrett Papiat second. Kevin Hanley third. Then you go back to Wyatt Brown home in 4th. Jeffrey Herrick in 5th. Travis Oldfield in 6th. And Russell Berry home in position number 7, leaving 1 more heat race left to go here at Limaland.
Yes, the quarter mile of thunder is what they call it.
All right, let's go trackside. Take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 5 before we move into our preliminary mains, our B mains, starting on pole in car number 09, Tanner Tomasi. On the outside of the front row, driving car number 72, Jeffrey Stewart will start position 2. Ryan Pace in car 44 will start position number 3. Miles Jansen, car 27, out of position number 4. Position number 5, it's Alex Smolders in the 211, and out of position number 6, Kobe Stidham in car 3, out of position 6, with Patrick Solari driving car number 99, lining up out of position number 7.
Yeah, 2 drivers going to be eliminated on this heat here. Smaller field, so a little bit more pressure to perform.
All right, Stidham and Solari did not grid. Now, whether they are packed up and gone home, they've taken their bat and ball, and they've decided to call it tonight. 5 cars, 3 out of this one will go through. And again, it is Tanner Tomasi, Jeffrey Stewart on the front row, Ryan Pace. He's going to look to get to the front very early on. Jansen through the middle of the racetrack, and then don't forget Smolders as well. They all trying to get through the first couple of laps and the first couple of turns. A-OK at the moment. Tomasi leads from Jansen on the top side. Pace in the middle in the black number 44 machine. Stewart, the left front tag, the right rear, and then that allows Smolders to get up on the inside.
Yes, Tomasi's got himself a great gap here as they run 4 wide behind him through 1 and 2. He looks pretty comfortable on that outside line as these guys jockey over who's going to get this last transfer.
Yeah, Smolders has it at the start-finish line that time by as they went into turn 1 and 2. Jansen into the wall, comes off the wall, down the racetrack a bit. Stewart and Pace both having issues there on the back straightaway. This is very tough to get around here, especially when the track gets this slick, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a track reset coming after the B main. I wouldn't mind seeing one before this B main though, just so these drivers can have an opportunity. But again, you don't really want to change up on how things are working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. As we continue to watch Tomasi's, here goes a slide job by Smolders. Oh boy, that was very ambitious.
Yeah, big dreams. You gotta try hard. You gotta give what you got if you're gonna get some.
7 laps in the books here in heat race number 5 of the dirtfan.com 410 Wing Sprint Car Series presented by World of Thunder Racing League. Smolders into the wall through turns number 1 and 2 as they rocket down into 3 and 4. Tomasi, he has got this car working a treat right now. 2 laps left to run. Can Jansen, can he make something happen here in the final lap and a half? Now Jansen, he was right through the slick down the back straightaway. Do the same. He slides up in front of Smolders. They make contact. White flag is out. They'd want to be careful because right now only the top 3 go through to the main event. Everybody else has to go through the preliminary mains. Tanner Tomasi victorious here in heat race number 5. Jansen home in second. Smolders grabs third. Stewart will grab 4th and 5th will go to Ryan Pace. And that is our 5 heat races completed. And how about Tanner Tomasi? He's going to put it in the big dance.
Yes, great form, flag to flag. That's a true mark of a professional.
All right, now we're going to move into our B main. It is going to be 12 laps, the first B main here on the program. Let's take a look right now at your wicked cushion. No, we're not going to do that. It's going to be the ultimate Dirt TV starting grid with 12 laps on the board. And our top 4 going to make it through. Starting on pole, driving car number 7C. That'll be Josh Close on his outside. In car number 269, James Grace will line up at a P2. Jeffrey Stewart will start position number 3, driving car number 72. Alan Bauer in car 37, lining up at a position number 4. Position 5, we'll see Jeffrey Herrick start up alongside Trevor Royer in car number 90 for Black Diamond Motorsports at a position number 6. Position number 7, car number 17 of Brett Rolls and Kobe Stidham will not line up out of 8 because he did not make his last heat. And Joel Burke will start position number 9. Russell Berry will move up to position number 8. And Brady Baldwin will round out this, what is now going to be a 10-car field. The first of 2 B mains. Jesse?
Yep, we've got 4 transfer spots up for grabs here. Still got some black licenses that I see in the back of the field. So there's going to be some moving around. There's going to be some jockeying.
Yeah, just the one pro license driver in this one, Joel Merkley from position number 9. We'll show him on screen right there for Slick Sim Sports, JDR Graphics, Down Under Graphics, car number 9. We'll see what he can do in this one. Didn't have a whole lot of luck in heat race action. As Josh Close going to lead us to the green flag. He stays right down low on the inside tyres, and James Grace gets a good run. Close slides up. They make contact in turns 1 and 2. Remember, 12 laps. You need to be careful in the first probably 3-4 laps. Just get into a rhythm, get into a line, and that's when you need to start making your passes.
And we've got the top 3 here running in a comfortable pack, and then the rest are fighting over that last transfer spot. I think that's where we need to keep our...
Now Berkeley's now made his way up to position number 4. You mark my words, he's going to win this one, and he will do it on the bottom side of the racetrack. We go back up and look at James Grace and Jeffrey Stewart as they race side by side. Stewart puts a slider on Grace, and now Jeffrey Stewart, he goes from 3rd to 1st. Grace tags the back of him, turns him around. Berkeley just gets through. Stewart's going to lose about 4 positions, and on goes Brett Rolls in the 17 machine. He moves up to position number 4. Stewart upside down in turn number 1 and 2. We're about to go yellow, I think.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, did he get his car? Yeah, he must have gotten his car off the track. We're still rolling here, a little bit of, yeah, good job.
Berkeley up on the inside of James Grace through 1 and 2. Berkeley again. Down low, nearly 3 wide. Josh Close. Right on the top side. Berkeley's made the mistake. He's going to lose a few positions. He gets back on the track and gathers it back up, but now he's into position number 6. And Trevor Roy in the Black Diamond Motorsports number 90 machine holds on to the 4th and final ticket, but we've still got 5 to run. And look at the black and pink number 9 around the outside. Berkeley around the outside of Herrick. And Berkeley now coming after Trevor Royer. 4 laps left to run.
Yeah, he's pressure's on for him. It really hurts as a driver when it's just your mistake. He ate a tractor tire and it held him up. So now he's got that extra bit of frustration fuel.
Well, he's decided just to tear it up on the top side of the racetrack. Now cuts it down low out of turn number 2. Royer, he gets shuffled back to position number 5. Berkeley moves back into 4th. I said he was going to win it on the bottom side. He's still every chance at maybe picking up a 3rd. Oh, he gets the outside wall in the back straightaway. 1 lap left to run for your race leader, Josh Close. Here comes Grace back to his inside. Close has it through turn number 1 and 2. Grace, a little look down low, down into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Slide job happened. No, Josh Close victorious. 2nd goes to James Grace. Brett Rolls hangs on to 3rd, and Joe Berkeley punches his ticket to your A main event. He's going to be wanting to get that Hard Charger award. Royer going to just miss out by 1 position, home in position number 5.
Yeah, great job by Berkeley to come back from that mistake and get back up in that transfer spot.
All right, B main number 2, your final opportunity for these drivers to put their name into a 25, make that 23 car field. A main event here tonight. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
All right, starting out the field is Brett Strickler in the 18 car with Wyatt Brown in the 2 by his side. In the 2nd row, we have Eric Tupper in the 115 and Amy Smith in the 26. The 3rd row, Ryan Pace in the 44 and Dustin Griffiths in the 82. Travis Oldfield in the 38 and Gavin Manning in the 14. Following up the next row, in the last row there is Taylor Howell in the 29 and Ernie Williams Jr. in the 91, rounding out the field.
All right, 10 cars here for B main number 2. Drivers will get the 1 to go signal from race control. We do know our top 3 rows in tonight's main event. David Harleman will start position 6. Richie Preston out of position 5. Mike Keegan position 4. Mason Hannigan position 3. Tanner Tomasi position 2. And Peyton Grease will start on the front row. We get set for B main number 2. Brett Strickler on the gas, and we are underway as he has already pulled a 3-4 car length advantage. They go 3-4, nearly 5 wide there on the exit of turn number 2. All trying to get into a rhythm here in the opening lap. As we watch Ryan Pace in the 44 continue to work down low. Tupper may have been tagged from behind and we're about to go yellow potentially. Wyatt Brown in the number 2 machine.
Yeah, I think that car got caught up on the entry to turn 2 and just hung up, hooked up with some guys and got turned around facing the wrong way. Luckily, he was able to get off the track in time. They're going 3 wide right now for...
Yep, Manning, Tupper, Smith, Oldfield, not too far away as well. Ryan Pace, there's 4 cars. Oh, no, Pace to the infield. That's going to be him done. Car going up and down on the back straightaway. Smith now turned around in turns 3 and 4. We are staying green for the moment too, Jesse.
Yes, patience running thin with some of these drivers. They're trying to get up and get into that main feature event. Only 4 drivers will make it, and I think there are a couple of drivers out on track right now that like to be.
Yeah, watching the 70 make the 38, sorry, of Travis Oldfield work on the outside there on Gavin Manning in the 14. Ernie Williams Jr. up on the inside. Well, trouble for your leader. Brett Strickler, there's contact. Oldfield and Manning, they made contact going into turn 3, but Oldfield gathered it back up and, well, he's doing a nice job continually running on the top side, but now he has got Ernie Williams Jr. and Williams will be looking to put that 91 Black Diamond Motorsports in the show.
Yeah, Strickler gotten himself hung up on the tractor tires in the lead and has allowed Tupper to close the gap, so now there's a fight going on for the lead. So as they come back to the start-finish line, into turn one, looks like Strickler has been able to clear himself a little bit of gap. Tupper definitely is faster on certain parts of the racetrack, and as he throws his slider into turn three, let's see if he can make it stick as they come too wide.
Too wide down into turn number 1 and 2 with 2 laps left to run. Meanwhile, they're 3 wide behind them right now for the final transfer spot. Oldfield and Ernie Williams Jr. Strickler catches the inside U-tire again. That's going to be his opportunity miss for the race win. Tapper with 1 to go. We watch Oldfield and Williams. Oldfield rolling the top side through 1 and 2. He'll do the same in 3 and 4. Eric Tapper victorious. B-main number 2. Strickler home in second. Third is going to go to Travis Oldfield, and Ernie Williams Jr. will be our 4th and final transferee into tonight's 40-lap A main event. And we are done for preliminary action here from the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park, the dirtfan.com 410 winged sprint car series. And these drivers, they are not getting a reset right now, so what we'll do, we'll take this opportunity to step aside. We'll play the American National Anthem right here on Ultimate Dirt TV and come back with your 40-lap A main event in just a few moments' time.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back, race fans, to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the dirtfan.com 410 winged sprint car series live from the Limaland Motorsports Park, presented by World of Thunder Racing League. Jesse, you've got a special announcement regarding next Sunday night.
Next Sunday, the second annual Michael Rose Memorial Race will be held here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Donations will be given to the COVID-19 frontline workers. The donation link will be available on broadcast that day. So tune in here to watch that race and give to a good cause. Thank you.
All right, there we go. Practice is complete. Drivers being able to get out onto the racetrack, adjust their setups. The track, however, is not going to be reset, so these drivers are really going to have to earn their win here tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park. A track that is already slick from top to bottom. You can see there is not a whole lot of moisture left in this racetrack. We do have 23 starters in tonight's A main event. Let's go trackside and take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight's 40 lap A main event. And I can tell you, Peyton Grease and Tanner Tomasi will make up row number 1. Row number 2 will be Mason Hannigan and Mike Keegan. Row 3 going to be Richie Preston and David Harleman. Positions 7 on back is correct on screen. Billy Rowley will line up at a position 7. Chris Fisher out of position number 8. 9th will be Garrett Pepiat and Miles Jansen to round out your top 10. 11th starter will be Jarrett Bolyard and Daniel Passmore will line up out of position number 12. 13th starter is going to be Skylar Brown and Kevin Hanley out of position number 14. Alex Smolders out of position 15. Josh Close lines up out of position number 16. Eric Tupper alongside James Grace in row number 9. Row 10 will be Brett Strickler and Brett Rolls. And our final 3 drivers, Travis Oldfield out of position number 21. Joel Berkeley out of position 22. And position number 23, Ernie Williams Jr. Jesse, let's keep an eye on someone, or let's keep an eye on a number of drivers. Who have you got your eye on, buddy?
Well, I think we were talking about Fisher earlier. He's been a new face on the scene, and he's been quite successful. So we're gonna watch him. Tomasi, very successful tonight. Very experienced driver. So he knows how to wheel a car. What I'm interested in is how this track state is going to affect this race. It really doesn't matter how fast you are. It matters how you can deal with the tools at your disposal. And these drivers have their work cut out for them on this track.
Well, there'll be a lot of throttle control used here tonight. You cannot just gas it up full throttle on a track that is already black slick right now. As the drivers, the iRacing.com pace track has moved to the infield. Brett Strickler having some problems in car number 38, so that's going to move everybody that was behind him up a row as the field gets set into their correct positions, and they will be given the signal to show you the most awesome sight in all of motorsports around the Limaland Speedway here tonight. The DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Car. Jesse, you know what time it is?
I think it's time for the 4-wide salute. It's my favorite time.
Hell yeah. The drivers make their way through turn number 1 and 2 as they make their way down the back straight away. Ladies and gentlemen, the DirtFan.com 410 Wings Sprint Car Series. The drivers are 4 wide here at the Limaland Motorsports Park.
Paint's on display. Shout out to all of our rappers out there. Thank you for all of your hard work and all of your dedication to this platform. Thank you to the fans for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoy these.
A wonderful sight to see in all the motorsports. Again, there is no better sight. And right now, these drivers are 4 wide here tonight in the DirtFan.com 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. Presented by World of Thunder iRacing League, and BJ just telling us that this is Tanner Tomasi's second race in a sprint car, and he starts on the outside of the front row, Jesse.
Oh wow, that sounds like an experience. We'll see how he does it. You know, he's a fast driver, he's experienced, so I'm sure that he can hold his own.
All right, the field assembled. We are set to fire the engines, set to fire the green flag. Next time by 40 laps around the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. Round number 2 of the DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Car Series presented by World of Thunder Racing League. There's a number of pro drivers in this one, 6 of them to be exact. Might even be 7. As we get set, let's get naughty for 40 as the green flag flies here in tonight's main event as Peyton Grease, in fact, yes, it's Peyton Grease, who will lead down the back straightaway for the first time. Tanner Tomasi, look at Mike Keegan railing upstairs, and one thing I've already noticed, Jesse, you hear the sounds right now, the throttle control. They're not full throttle, they're going about half to 3/4 throttle, and that's because they're on a black slick racetrack.
Yeah, and I'm watching right now, and there are 3 lanes forming. I mean, they're 3 wide all the way back, 4 wide up front.
Mason Hannigan looking through the middle of the surface right now through turn number 3 and 4. He will lead that lap. Keegan trying to work upstairs. Billy Rowley trying to follow that X90 or the X machine through this field. Richie Preston making his way up on the inside of Tanner Tomasi. And it was David Hardeman as well who was trying to make something happen as well down low. Look at, you can dead set, throw a blanket over our top 6, 7 drivers right now as Mason Hannigan He will look to lead this one, but no, I think Richie Preston had it at the start-finish line. And now in rolls the X, the 92 of Mike Keegan. 3 wide for the race lead down into turn number 3 and 4.
Wow, Keegan, straddling those tractor tires, dangerous tactic around here in these cars. I've seen a number of drivers go around and mess up their race. Even our race leader in one of the heats messed himself up on those tires, so really risky.
Preston to the inside on Hannigan now. Slide job for the race lead. Richie Preston has it, but they go into turn number 3. Mason Hannigan puts the move back on him. Look at Grease up on the inside. Keegan around the outside. Nearly 2 lots of 3 wide for the lead. Preston tags the back of Hannigan. Harleman gets caught up in that one. Comes back on the track, back up on the inside. Billy Rowley through the middle. 3 wide for second. Preston and Rowley come together. They keep it going, but Keegan back to the outside, back upstairs through turn number 1 and 2. How good is this? 10 laps in the books this time by 30 to run. And what a race the sprint car drivers are putting on right now.
Yes, I'm watching my scoring and timing sheet right here, and it's just dancing. These guys jockeying for position, trading back and forth, crossing over each other as our yellow flag comes out for the first time during the...
Well, cars getting stuck up at the back there. Not sure who that was exactly. But let me tell you, the first 11 laps, all this one. The green. The race between the top 7, even 8 drivers. 2, 3 wide. Boy, oh boy, almost wish that caution never came out, because now this is going to bunch the field back up into rows of 2 by 2. And with Mike Keegan ahead of the field, Mason Hannigan, Richie Preston, those guys have done a fantastic job. Not just those guys in particular, everyone on this racetrack so far, they are making it work here on a black slick racetrack.
Yeah, one driver I'd like to give a shout out to right now is Grease and his yellow license color there, surrounded by a field of black. Look at him go.
Field is in the hands of Mike Keegan in the rows of 2 by 2. Pace truck to the inside. 13 down. 27 to go. I was just trying to do a quick bit of maths right now. In fact, it might be 14 down. At 26 to go. Keegan. Pressure now, right now, from Rowley and Mason Hannigan as well. Hannigan up on the inside, Rowley through the middle, 3 wide, nearly 4 wide for the race lead. David Harleman wants to make it 5 wide. They go 3 wide into turn number 3. And Harleman all over the back of Keegan. Harleman is in the second. Slide job coming for the race lead. David Harleman stays low through turn number 1 and 2. Keegan works around the outside of the Wicked Energy gum car number 49 machine. He slides up, leaves a lane for Keegan. Keegan drives around the outside. Here comes Billy Rowley right through the middle, and Mason Hannigan up on the inside. You little ripper!
It's fascinating how these drivers shuffle around and yes, big wreck in the back, big wreck in the back. Looks like everybody gathered it up. Everybody's on 4 wheels. We're still rolling.
Tanner Tomasi, I think that was, in the 09 machine. Keegan back up front, leading David Harleman. Then you go back to Billy Rowley in third in that red and white. The Racecraft 1 number 79 machine. Work on the outside, the Jessup's Logistics entry. Then you go back to Richie Preston, who's just gotten around the outside of Mason Hannigan. But look who was working on the top side. We spoke about it before, Chris Fisher. Don't worry about that. We go back up front. There was a slide job for the race lead. And now we're seeing a return of the slider in 3 and 4. Harleman back to the middle of the racetrack. In fact, 3/4 of the way upstairs. Keegan and Rowley come together on the exit of turn 4. And they keep it going. Here comes Keegan once again. Slide job at Lee's lane. A bit of respect shown there by Mike Keegan. Harleman did the same thing about 4 or 5 laps ago.
Yeah, these guys out here doing the Limaland sprint shuffle. We can't keep a running order for 1 lap, let alone 1 corner. So these guys really giving it.
David Harleman, your leader, down the back straight away. Keegan second, third is Rowley. Fourth is Richie Preston. Then you go back to Mason Hannigan upstairs into turns number 4. There goes Alex Smolders in the 211 machine, trying to get around the outside of that number 1X machine of Mason Hannigan. Then you go back to Chris Fisher.
Yellow coming out. Looks like it's going to save the 115. from becoming lapped. I was just about to say we're getting into lap traffic here in the.
Well, Eric Tupper, count your lucky stars. Yellow flag coming out at the right time. And just our second yellow. Jesse in 25 laps. How about these sprint car boys putting on an absolute clinic here in tonight's main event on a track that is black slick from top to bottom.
Yeah, I'm amazed at the spatial awareness that is the sense of the cars around you from these drivers tonight. 5 wide, constantly entering and exiting these corners, and not very much contact for how close these cars are.
Well, the lights to go out on the racing.com pace truck. 12 laps to go here in this 40-lap A main event. 28 laps completed. And if you're wondering why it says 33 or 45, well, that's just because we put an extra 5 laps on the board. David Hartleman going to get on the gas. He does it. He stands on it. Not too much because he doesn't want to get that wheel spin. He slides up. He leaves a lane for Mike Keegan. Rally up on the inside. There were 3 wide for the lead again. And Mike Keegan back to the top shelves. Harleman with a slide job. Not leaving a room this time. But Keegan turns it underneath him. Mike Keegan back to the race lead. Oh my, this is on once again.
Yeah, I'm starting to see some of these sprint car suspension systems acting up as the track slicks in. It's going to start getting really bumpy out there. It's going to keep getting hard for these guys.
Harleman into the wall. Sorry, Harleman got into the wall. He got upside down, then got it back on all fours. He falls back to position number 7. And one car going upside down just in front of Mason Hannigan. It looks like it might be either Alex Smolders, Brett Rolls, or just trying to catch that car, see who it was. They went for a massive ride. And unfortunately, the yellow comes out once again. But Jesse, we're probably around 6 laps away from this main event being wrapped up. And man, oh man, if those first 3-4 laps, don't worry about it. Man, if this had a roof on it, we would be lifting the roof off this joint.
Absolutely. The roof's on fire. Let it burn. We party hard here at World of Thunder. We race hard. We party hard.
Lights out on the racing.com pace truck. 6 laps to go. Harleman, how he is still running 6, I'll never know. And look at Joel Berkeley from position number 22. He restarts on the outside of the second row, position number 4. We are green once again here at Limaland. Keegan, Berkeley, Harleman all upstairs immediately through turn number 1 and 2. Rowley run in the middle of the racetrack. He looks to slide up to the cushion. Preston now. Richie Preston out of nowhere. 3 wide, and Mike Keegan says, you know what? Stuff this. I'll go through the middle. I'll go where I'm not meant to go.
Richie Preston showing great performance here in a sea of black licenses as the field stacks
Keegan
up.
And Berkeley. Keegan and Berkeley come together. There was a slide job there. We'll take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Berkeley slid about 4 cars. We'll take a look right now as your Wicked Cushion instant replay. This is into turn number 1. This is half a lap before the incident occurred. Here out of turn number 4. You keep an eye on that black and pink machine. He got the run. He slid up. Keegan tried to drive around the outside, but misjudged it and drove into the right rear of the 9 machine. Joel Berkeley and Keegan and Berkeley both end up upside down and back on pit road. And how about who has the race lead with a green-white checker? What about this restart order? Richie Preston, David Harleman, and James Grace.
Stacked field up front. If anybody P4 or lower has their eyes on a podium, they've got their work cut out for them. They're going to have to show out.
This is going to be an intense green-white checker. Richie Preston in car number 25. He started inside row number 3, as did David Harleman. He started on the outside of Richie Preston in that 3rd row, and they restart on the front row. Who is going to get it? Preston and Harleman. 2 laps left to run. Green flag is out. Preston to the middle of the racetrack. Heilemann upstairs. James Grace down low. Hannigan around the outside of Grace, but the race is on for the race lead. Preston, he comes out of turn number 4. Does he have the lead? No, he gets it all crossed up. And that's his chance done and dusted. David Heilemann with a white flag. Cars upside down. I think that might be Billy Rowley. But into 3 and 4 for the final time. David Heilemann victorious. Mason Hannigan second. And James Grace is going to grab third. Holy cow, what a race, Jesse. We'll go through our results here. David Heilemann, Mason Hannigan, James Grace to recap your top 3. Billy Rowley, Chris Fisher, Ernie Williams Jr., Jarrett Bolyard, Eric Tupper, Travis Oldfield, and Richie Preston, who led on the last green-white checker, comes home in position number 10. Peyton Grease home in 11th. Josh Close, Joel Berkeley, Mike Keegan, Alex Smolders, Brett Rolls, Kevin Hanley, Garrett Pepiat, Miles Jansen, Skylar Brown, Tanner Tomasi, Daniel Passmore, and Brett Strickler, who was unable to start this main event. But how about that, Jesse? Did you like that one?
Oh, yeah. A little bit of drama there towards the end of that race. A lot of shuffling around. I saw all the black licenses up in the top 6, and then they all disappeared. So a lot of narrative written there right in front of our eyes.
Well, let's go trackside right now to chat to your winner. He started on the outside of the 3rd row. He got upside down, got on 2 wheels. The side wing was touching the wall. It was touching the ground. He got it back on all 4s, and somehow he's back in victory lane. David Heilemann, the 49 Wicked Energy Gun Slick Sim Sports. That car looked like it was on a bit of a mission.
Yeah, we didn't think, we were like, oh, well, here we go. We're just not a winner anymore. I was expected to they really didn't want that one caution when I got out front, because there was just everybody on top of each other. And I was like, all right, if I could just get out front and get away, we'll be all right. And no, we got that restart. I was had to battle with Mike again, and I just went into 1, and bumps absolutely just assaulted me, and I thought my race was done. And I was like, all right, go win, Joel. And then something happened. Everybody stacked up again. And then I was restarted in 2nd. I was like, well, we got a shot again. And not sure what happened to Richie under me, but we were just able to at least keep the car straight enough to roll some momentum around the top and bring home a win.
Well, I think Richie was just getting a little too excited. He come out of turn 4 and nearly looped it in front of the rest of the field. But we go back.
But when you're racing the Hylemaniac, the pressure's on. All right.
The pressure's on, but you certainly come away victorious. This race had everything. Like, this track was black slick from start to finish. There was no reset. And when over those first 15 laps, I mean, this 40-lap race was just absolutely insane from lap 1 all the way through to lap 40. What was it like being out there with cars that are so close to you on such a tight racetrack? You guys were fighting for every bit of this racetrack.
Yeah, exactly. Those first laps, we were just looking for a lane, and there seemed to be the best one was about 1 lane off the bottom tires. And then that kind of faded, at least in 3 and 4. So it kind of was either chase the grip, kind of laying off the top on each end, or just rip the lip. But it was so slick on each exit that you really couldn't carry much speed off of the corner. So if you were out in clear air, I'm sure like a cut down line probably would have been fastest to cut where just before it got real black on exit. But yeah, it was just, I'm sure it looked great on the broadcast, because I mean, I was probably 3 wide more of the race than I was single file.
I can tell you right now, this race had 2, 3, 4 wide all throughout this field. I mean, we didn't really get off the top 5 to 7 drivers. You guys all put on a fantastic show. But, David, congratulations on this victory here at the dirtfan.com 410 Sprint Cars at Limaland. We'll let you get to celebrate with the team. And before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy, people behind the scenes. Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, all the guys at Slick and Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Cushion. Then Ultimate Dirt TV for putting it on, and Steve putting on the league each and every week. Glad to get one done.
All right, there we go. David Heilemann from Victory Lane chatting with Jesse. He's your 2nd place runner-up here tonight in car number 1X. It's Mason Hannigan.
Mason, a lot of lines out there running tonight. I think if I went back and watched just a couple of laps and tried to track how many lines were getting run out there, I would be here all night. What was your favorite line around the track?
Really, I had my car hooked up right through the middle above the bottom lane, and I was really just rolling through the slick there at the beginning, and I got the lead for a couple laps, and Mike got around me on the outside, and I knew eventually it'd go away, so I just kind of kept my line the whole race, and I ended up second, third to second. I'll take it. So, I mean, I qualified first, ran the heat race well, and I'll take second to David Howell.
Good. And do you have any shout outs tonight? And would you like to thank your sponsors, people who make it happen?
Yeah, Some Styles, Team Steady, Wicked Cushion, all the guys on the side of the cars, and for you guys for broadcasting.
All right, thank you. Get out of here and go celebrate.
All right, Mason Hannigan there, home in second spot, home in third place tonight, driving car number 269. It is James Grayson. Well, James, you start at position number 18 in a field that is stacked from talent all the way through this entire 23-car field. In your wildest dreams, did you think you would ever get a third place run here tonight?
No, Brett, I honestly did not, man. I spent a lot of time before this race on a track, adjusting my set, trying to find something I could fill, and this is definitely not one of my top tracks. I struggle here, definitely in late models. Put the set together, and it just drove beautifully, as you can see by the result.
Talk about what it's like starting from position number 18 to try and come through this field on a track that had no grip really whatsoever all throughout the entire racetrack here tonight. How were you able to get through? And I'm sure you would have had a lot of 2, 3, even 4 wide action coming through that field.
Yeah, there definitely was. This track, it's not very wide, but we do get 4 wide going around it, and it makes for some great racing. I did have a few times during the early laps that we were 3 wide, and I got pinched off. One guy gets a little loose. It happens. But we were able to keep it together and keep it running, and that was definitely a fun race.
Well, James, congratulations on your podium here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Round number 2 of the DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Cars presented by World of Thunder Racing League. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate a third place run tonight. But before we go, sponsor shout-outs. Who makes it happen for you on this race car?
I definitely want to give a shout out to my sponsors. I got Apex subsidiaries, Ultimate Dirt TV, World of Thunder, my teammates, MDM Motorsports, and then just shout out to a couple of my friends, my friend Renee, who tunes in to watch, and I believe my grandmother said she's watching tonight, so I just wanted to give her a shout out. Other than that, thanks for putting on the broadcast, man. I can't wait to hopefully be here again soon. All
right, there we go. James Grace home in third place here tonight. But again, your winner, David Harleman in car number 49 for Slick Sim Sports and Wicked Energy Gum and Down Under Graphics. Jesse, what a crazy way to wrap up round number 2 here at the DirtFan.com. Not just the sprint cars, but of course just in general here at the Limaland Motorsports Park.
Yes, we've had a long night here of great racing here at the Quarter Mile of Thunder at Limaland in Alita, Ohio. Opened in 1953. There's been a lot of great races here, and I was happy to join us in on some virtual motorsports here tonight, and thank you for having me.
Well, we're not done with just yet here on Ultimate Dirt TV. In about, looking at about a half hour to an hour's time, we travel to USA International Speedway for the Wings Only Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. And again, that'll be right here on Ultimate Dirt TV, live on Facebook and YouTube, so keep an eye out for that one. But for tonight, we want to thank DirtFan.com, we want to thank World of Thunder Racing League, we want to thank Steve McMillan, William Duval doing everything that they do behind the scenes. We want to thank Jesse Pate again for joining me in the booth here for a 3-race broadcast. In fact, he did 4. He did the first one with Steve. So, Jesse, again, thank you so very much for your time here tonight.
Pleasure.
And that'll do it for us here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Again, a big thanks to DirtFan.com, Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, and World of Thunder Racing League. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, on behalf of your broadcast teams tonight, Steve McMillan, Jesse Pate, and myself, Brett Wheeler, we sign off saying good night. We'll see you back next week. Or if you want to watch the Wings Only Racing League in about an hour's time, stick around for that one.